I actually gave this another shot. I did this because there's a few people way back when I said I was going to do this, they asked me to do another rant on this. So I found online to watch, and I gave it another shot. And you know what? This is called Creed, or as my friend would call it, crap. Or hell, just call it Creed the Unlikable Prick. 2015. This movie is an overrated piece of shit. I'm sorry. I know most people disagree. More power to you. I think it's a piece of shit. Why? Let's go over the reasons why. First off, I don't like the idea that films like Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 get shit on when they're fast-paced, fun, entertaining, actual Rocky movies with good training montages that doesn't have shitty Ennio Morricone, oh, ooh, oh, Ennio Morricone wannabe fucking music playing, that doesn't have an unlikable prick in the lead. I like Michael B. Jordan as an actor in other movies he's done. Here, he plays a rich, oh, okay, he was in Juvie for a little bit, but then he gets picked up by Apollo Creed's widow, and he's rich, he's in an office, he's ready to get a promotion, and no, I have daddy issues, and even though I'm rich, I have daddy issues some more, and I'm this obnoxious, cocky prick who deserves a punch in the face, and then by the end we're supposed to care about him. I don't care about him by the end of it, and I thought his performance was wooden. I thought it lacked very little emotion, and then when it tried, it felt forced. I thought Michael B. Jordan did a terrible job, and this is an actor I usually like, but I thought he did terrible. The lead character is insanely unlikable. There's no reason for me to root for him. There's no reason for me to root for a rich fucking guy who has all the stuff he can do. What makes him an underdog? He's rich. He's from a rich family. He had this office where this boss was actually treating him well and nice and kind, even offered him a promotion, and the guy turned it down. Why should I like this fucking guy again? You compare it to Rocky, who barely had any money. He was an underdog. He lived in the shitty place of the neighborhood. You felt sorry for him. There's no reason to feel sorry for this. Whoa, because he has daddy issues. What do you fucking do? So that's why I call this Creed the Unlikable Prick. That's what the fucking movie should have been called. It's way too fucking long and boring. It's the longest of the Rocky films. I mean, the first film is like 2 hours. This is 2 hours and 15 minutes? 14 minutes? I know it's at least 2 hours and 14 minutes. It's slow, it's boring, it's tedious. The music sucked. They tried to do a version of Bill Conti's score, but it sounds crappy. And then sometimes they add this stupid, oh, as if it's a fucking man with no name western. All it is a remake of Rocky, throwing an element of Rocky 5 here or Rocky Balboa there. And people want to talk shit about Rocky 3 and 4, but you have this boring piece of crap flick that has a terrible love story. Do I really give a shit about Creed, Adonis Creed, and this woman who is losing her hearing and she likes to sing? Love story was pathetic. It wasn't interesting. It wasn't intriguing. It didn't make my heart swell. The two shits I could give, they left. They left the building. They left the planet. Making it so that this is the illegitimate son of Apollo Creed. Oh, that's nice. So you make Apollo Creed a fucking guy who cheated on his wife. That's really nice. You kill him off at Rocky 4 and now, oh yeah, you cheated on your wife way back when. And then it just, does so much stuff that's like the first Rocky. It's like, well, how do we remake Rocky? But if we say we're remaking Rocky, we'll piss people off. So it's a spin-off. Even though Stallone said he'd never play Rocky again after Rocky Balboa, which was the perfect... Ended fine. Great. Saw Rocky Balboa in the theater back in 2006. Really enjoy it. We saw Rocky say, "Yo, Adrian, we did it," to her gravestone, walked off, faded away. That's all we needed. Now he's tired, he pukes, and he gets cancer. That's Stallone's performance. And I'm not even going to say Stallone is awful. I don't think Stallone's awful in the film. But an Academy Award-worthy performance? I know it's for supporting role. No. I love Stallone. But the fact that he gets an Academy Award nomination for this movie, where, again, all he did, he was tired. He delivered his lines like he was tired, which makes sense in the plot because he's a guy who's going to puke and he's going to get cancer. Is that why he got the Oscar nomination? Because he got cancer? Like Tropic Thunder, you never go full retard, never go full cancer. Rocky Balboa is a much better performance, much better movie. To this day, people still remember those speeches in Rocky Balboa. It ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. People still remember that speech. I even have it taped to my wall because I love that speech so much. Like, let me tell you something. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and nasty place. It'll beat you to your knees if you let it. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you get hit, keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. You want to know what you're worth? Then get what you're worth. But you don't be blaming people like him or you or anybody else. Cowards do that and they ain't you. You're better than that. Or when he's talking to the boxing commission about, remember that thing, the Bill of Rights? What about my rights? Nothing's over till it's over. Where's that from? The 80s? I think that's from the 70s. Like, you still remember lines of dialogue. Can you remember one line of dialogue in this movie without having to look it up? Without having to look it up. Do you remember speeches and dialogue in this movie? Even before I looked at that thing on the wall, I remember them. Stallone has given better performances and Lockup in Copland. Copland, he didn't get shit for that. He got shit from critics, some of them. Some liked it, some didn't. But it wasn't a critical darling like it should have been. And he didn't get Oscar nominations for Copland, which I think he deserved. Copland, much better acting. More to the character. Lockup. Even Detox, where he's playing a suicidal alcoholic cop. Way more to that performance, way different of a performance than Sly's ever done. Here again, he's tired, he pukes, and he gets cancer. And yeah, that's what I want to see from fucking Rocky, is him getting cancer. Yeah, I really want to fucking see that. And people wonder why I hate this fucking movie. Well, they didn't kill him off. They will when they do Creed 2. I guarantee if they do Creed 2, if he's not dead by the beginning of the film, he's going to die during it. He's going to die during it. And then that's going to be the emotional crutch for Adonis Creed. And then he's going to win the match to do it for Rocky. That's going to be what Creed fucking 2 is, if they ever make it. I guarantee that's what it's going to be. Rocky's gonna die in the middle to get our hearts going and tearing. And at the end, I'm gonna do it for Rocky. I don't need to see a character I love get fucking cancer. I don't need to see a remake of Rocky. Hell, even starts off with your main character getting this down and dirty match, just like Rocky did in the first one. Rocky was fighting Spider Rico in this down and dirty match. Here, Creed is doing it in Mexico. They both have this love story aspect. They both have this older guy who is into boxing training them. And doing stuff like in Rocky 2 to chase the chickens. They both have this final match which ends in a draw. That while the champion still gets his title, the other guy, at least he went the distance and proved himself. Hell, when Rocky got cancer, you could compare it to when Adrian was in a coma on Rocky 2. Both spending a lot of time at the hospital. And again, that's not something I needed to see. Was fucking Rocky getting fucking cancer. And then this fucking obnoxious prick, cocky asshole. Again, he's rich, lives with a rich family, lives in a fucking huge mansion with a gate. Quits after getting a promotion at this nice looking job. Hey, what do we think of Apollo Creed? Well, I don't know. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Which I know that's the art, but I don't buy the art. I guess Tony Byrne, I know Tony Byrne has passed away in real life, but I'm not sure. I think he was around by this time. And I think the guy who owned the gym was like Tony Byrne's son, or I don't know. And then again, this guy being a prick where he's yelling, he's being cocky, and he's like, hey, who wants my car? If anyone gets a hit on me, you get my car. And of course, someone does and knocks him the fuck out. I'm like, great. They do this annoying thing where when a person comes in, the film stops and gives statistics on the guy, which breaks any momentum the film could gather. The fucking Creed guy goes to Philly, sees Rocky, toss him. Oh yeah, Apollo won the third fight. Oh great, that thing in Rocky 3 that was fine being kept as a mystery when they did the freeze frame and it turned to the painting in Rocky 3. We did not need to know who won that fight. But now we know. The opponent is nothing, some British guy or some guy from England that I don't give a fuck about, made no impression on me. This love story that has no chemistry, no heart to it. It wants to think it has a heart to it. But I don't give a fuck about Adonis Creed, and I don't give a fuck about this lady who's her hearing is going. Playing loud music, he comes down, turn it down, okay, and then it's loud again. Sees the girl singing grip, grip, grip. Yeah, I wish I had a grip on my fucking sanity while watching it again. The kid asks Sly questions about drills. Again, Stallone just seems tired. His Rocky is so tired, it's sad to watch. It's depressing as fuck to watch. Sly at the cemetery, Adrian gravestone, and now Paulie, who's alive, Rocky Balboa, and now he's dead. That's great. So Rocky decides to train the kid, run, jump rope, chase chickens. Kid moves in with Rocky. Rocky takes him to this Philly gym, training, speed bags. Yeah, there's one fucking scene while he goes into his first fight. Cut my gloves, why? I'm nervous and I gotta take a shit. That's literally the fucking dialogue! I'm nervous, cut my gloves, I'm gonna take a shit. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shit on your face, movie. after I shove this bottle up your ass for an enema. There's literally a fucking thing of dialogue. Cut my gloves. I'm nervous. I gotta go take a shit. This movie could go take the shit off a fucking cliff and drown in it. This movie could take the shit off the planet called Earth. Stop wasting my fucking air, movie. God, I hate this fucking film. Because it was pointless. It was not needed. I did not care to see about the son of Creed. And hell, he already had sons. We know this because in other films they talk about how, you know, his kids are being made fun of in Rocky 2 because they think he threw the fight. You did not have to make it so that, oh, Apollo Creed cheated on his wife, and we get to see Rocky get cancer, and we get to see a repeat of the first fucking movie. From him in this little down and dirty fight with some unknown fuck, to this love story, to them fighting a draw at the end where the champion still reigns as champion. What's next to do? A sequel? And he's going to look up this guy. Yo, Rocky, I did it! And then Creed 3 is going to face another guy in the Mohawk, but it's only going to go this fucking way. And then the fourth one is going to fight not a Russian, but it'll be a Chinese guy for the China audience. God, fucking man. All this is a remake, rehash, bullshit. And it did it piss poorly. It's way too fucking long. It's slow. The lead character's unlikable. The music fucking sucks. I'll give credit to one thing. When Creed has his first match, I like the way it's shot. It's made to look as if it's done all in one take, where the camera's on here, then a pan around to over here, then a pan around to here, then pan around to Rocky talking to him. I did almost as if it was done in one take. I give credit to that. I give credit to that. And the fight at the end, I give credit to how it's filmed. I think the fights are technically well done. The two boxing matches. The one that I'm talking about here and the one at the end. But here's the thing. It proves that you can have technically well done fights or boxing matches, but when I don't give a shit about the premise, this is a story I had no interest in. And after watching it, I still feel like it was a story that wasn't needed, wasn't wanted, and did not need to be told. It was an uninteresting, boring, re-microwaved version of the original Rocky. And it certainly doesn't taste as good as Rocky 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or even fucking 5 and Balboa. And if I don't care about the premise or story, and I don't care about your lead character, you have as well of a fight as possible. This doesn't make me love your movie. He's offered to fight the champion. Just like the first one. What happened in the first Rocky? Carl Weathers was going to fight this guy, then this guy, something happened, so now he's got to find someone else. This underdog. This one, the England guy is going to fight this guy. They did a little match where he breaks the other guy's jaw. Well, I guess now here's this guy who's an underdog. Just like the first movie. Do people not realize that, or they just don't give a fuck? I do give a fuck. I did not need to see a remake of Rocky, only the guy's black. There's this one movie I've heard of called Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal. I haven't seen it. I've heard good things about it. Still need to see that one day. But I would give more credit to that on principle. Just for being, not using the Rocky name. And people want to talk about how nostalgia this, nostalgia that. I have a gut feeling, you know what, I can't say that because I'm not going to belittle people's thoughts on the movie. If you love it, fine. I was going to say, I wonder if this is one of those things where it was nostalgia. So many things remind you of the first Rocky that, hey, Rocky, yay. Playing off in nostalgia. There's the Rocky statue. There's the gym that says Mickey. There's Rocky at Adrian's cemetery, Rocky Balboa, showing pictures, showing Creed looking at the fight in Rocky or Rocky 2, I forget which one, and him sort of looking at the footage. So Creed gets in, agrees to it, does some training, which is lame. Training was, sorry, didn't do anything for me. The other films did. This one did. I felt nothing. I felt no adrenaline. I felt no exhilaration. I felt boredom. And I just want to stop fucking watching and do something else. As he's fucking running and this shitty music and people on motorcycles and three-wheelers are going around in circles. I'm like, what the fuck? Are they getting ready to kill this guy? Is it like the scene in fucking Black Rain where someone's now going to come out and cut his head off with a sword? So Michael Douglas will come out and go, no! If it did that, then I would give credit to the movie. I'd be like, wow, that was ballsy. I did not see that coming. And then the last fight, he gets the red, white, and blue boxer shorts. Fight, lose by split decision. They go up the rocky steps. Movie ends. And I think Rocky Balboa ended it perfectly fine. He did not need any more of anything dealing with Rocky. Sly, I love Sly. He's not awful in the film. It's just there's nothing much to it other than being tired, puking, and getting cancer. So why does this get an Oscar nomination? But Rocky Balboa got nothing. Rocky Balboa got jack shit of anything. And it's a much better movie than this. Rocky 3 and 4 still to this day did so much shit. And they're much better movies than this. Better pacing. Better adrenaline rush. Better music. Better fights. The fights here are technically well done, but those, I give a shit more. Does he have better characters? And a much better lead, because Rocky is a gentle soul and a likable underdog. Likable guy, while this is an unlikable, obnoxious, cocky prick. And by the end, I don't buy him changing. The only thing I buy him changing is maybe his fucking underwear, but I don't buy him changing his fucking persona. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to title this Creed the Unlikable Prick. That's one of my big problems with the fucking movie. He is an unlikable prick. And this is a piece of shit movie that's overrated as fuck. 2 hours and 15 fucking minutes, the longest one. Of course. It's gotta be the one that's the most fucking boring one. It's the one who's the longest. Yeah, let's get to see Rocky get fucking cancer. Yay! And Apollo cheated on his wife and he's a prick. Yay! And the son is some rich, uptight, fuck, cocky asshole who has everything set up in his life. It's like, ooh, I have daddy issues. Yay! And some fucking love story no one gives a flying fuck about. And even people who like the film never mention love story because there's nothing fucking there but the fucking air. Yay! And let's get fucking training music that sounds like oh. Any minute now, I'm thinking someone's going to go wah 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 wah. Yay! Fuck this movie! Up its stupid fucking ass! Pointless, worthless, bullshit, boring as fuck, unlikable lead, kiss my ass. Fuck Creed, crap, crud, cheap state, horse shit.